For Giovanni Colavita, olive oil runs in the veins. He's the third generation of his family to run the Italian food company Colavita.
We celebrate every birthday or every single employee. So it's a family environment.
In the early days of the pandemic, when he was a voice of the crisis, being the CEO was something of a kitchen nightmare.
40% of the food service side just went dead the last week. The previous week was 50%, and now it's completely dead, of course, because of the restaurant shutdown in the country.
Once the normal times come, we'll get you over into the studio and we can have some pasta together. That's what it's all about, meeting face to face. 2 years on, and we are together at the Culinary Institute of America, where Colavita trains the next generation on Italian cooking, and I get a lesson of my own with their corporate chef.
Today we are going to be making a spaghetti with zucchini.
So bring 4 to 6 quarts of slightly salted water to a rapid boil, cooked to desired tenderness.
Correct, al dente.
You don't throw it against the wall?
No, I do not.
When COVID-19 hit, Colavita's restaurant customers were shut down. So its business shifted to e-commerce, meal kits, retail sales, a trend that's now reversing as restaurants have reopened.
People are back in the restaurants. They love to go out.
So the business has come back.
The business has come back.
The business may be back, but people aren't returning to the cookbooks of old. The regular balsamic vinegar doesn't pique people's appetites the way it used to. Now, it's a more premium product they want.
It's not about just olive oil. What kind of olive oil? Where it comes from? What's the grape? What's the variety? So they are more interested to learn more.
You know what's great to practice with, Richard? Fantastic.
As Colavita's customers are honing skills in the kitchen, ingredients from all over the world are becoming more expensive.
So it's affecting, just to give an example, the difference just in shipping cost from Italy to US, from 2019 to today, quadruple. That's just an example, but there is no one single component of that bottle, starting from the product, that didn't go up.
Chef, you were telling me, I mean, he's at the production side. You're actually at the sort of the business end. How is food inflation hitting?
So unfortunately, at this time, food inflation has hit in a way that we've only seen a few times through history. In this case, we've seen a spike in nearly every single commodity, and that certainly hurts the consumer. It hurts them when they're going shopping to cook at home, and it hurts them when they're dining out in restaurants because everybody's being squeezed.
How often do you have to innovate? Or you don't have the right tool or whatever?
To be a great chef and to continue to be relevant, you must constantly innovate.
And actually, innovation has been something we've been non-seeing in our industry in the recent year because of the pandemic and the supply chain. Because eventually the finished product, to innovate during this period was impossible.
Do you see any easing up of the supply chain at the moment?
Not really soon. I mean, maybe next year.
It's getting thicker.
Yes. You can see how that sauce is getting very creamy.
And I can feel my arteries.
No, and
but the olive oil will.
Olive oil balances
that's what I was
really healthy, heart healthy.
Just about to say exactly that.
I didn't want to see it.
Heart healthy. I said it, Giovanni. It's okay.
Despite new challenges, it's more than 80 years of heritage that's given Colavita the old school standards, that's helped the company survive all sorts of crises.
We are going to pour some of that sauce on there.
So whether it's pandemics, supply chains or inflation, there's no problem that won't look better with a good plate of pasta. That is excellent. Richard Cress, CNN, New York.